Hey guys, it's the Foreign Herdovs, and today we're doing another Stage Talk Saturday video. So, today's video is going to be Broadway characters playing other Broadway characters. So what I mean is, I'm going to pick a person in a show and then see who they could play if they were a real person and what character they would be best to play at. So, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I will explain it as I go. So let's get on with the video. The first person that I'm going to do is going to be Elsa from Frozen. And now, obviously she'd be good at playing Elphaba because of Idina Menzel, obviously. But I'm going to have Elsa play Heather Chandler. I think that they'd be the best fit for each other if Elsa were a real person and could actually play a real character. So I think that one. I think Anna from Frozen would be good at playing Jenna from Waitress, because they both kind of have that like a shyer personality but can still be very powerful. So I think that would be perfect for both of them. I think Glinda from Wicked would play Mary Poppins, because she's so popular and practically perfect. I don't think Mary Poppins would play Glinda, because I don't think Mary Poppins would admit that she's so popular, so I don't think she'd play it, but I think Glinda would play Mary Poppins. I think Sandy from Grease, in the beginning, before she has her little transformation, would be a perfect Belle from Beauty and the Beast in the start, before she goes to the castle, because they're both kind of, soft-spoken, nobody really gets them, no one understands them, but then they both have a transformation, and Sandy obviously turns into, with the black dress and the big hair and all that, and then Belle obviously gets her big dress, and they both definitely change, and people respect them a lot more. I think the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang would play a creepy, perfect Sweeney Todd, because they both kind of have that little scary tone to them. Okay, so this next one's kind of weird. So Mrs. Banks from Mary Poppins, she's kind of, like the underdog of the show, kind of. Obviously her husband doesn't really get her, she's kind of left out. People don't end up coming to her one party she has. So I think she lacks the courage until she has her one big song, being Mrs. Banks. And I think she'd make a perfect Dorothy Michaels from Tootsie, because she has that big pizzazz and she could put on a character if she needed, and that'd be perfect for her to be able to, have that personality. But she would not make a good Michael Dorsey. So I don't really know how that one would work. I also think Mrs. Banks would play a good Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. I think she's kind of had that, obviously she has that motherliness to her, and I think that Mrs. Potts would be perfect for her. Okay, so, Morticia from the Addams Family, I think would play a good witch from Into the Woods, because she could explore more of the evil side with, the scary, ugly witch, but the witch also has the transformation to, the beautiful, good-looking witch, but still powerful, and I think Morticia would have so much fun with that. I think that Uncle Fester from the Addams Family would play a good Baron from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, because Fester kind of has that goofy, misunderstood, that's not the right word, just goofy characterness, and I think that the Baron obviously is very goofy too, so he could play it more of a fun, happy Baron, but I guess you could play the Baron as a little creepy, kind of evil, because he is obviously a little bit evil, but because Fester has that Addams blood in him, then I think that he could still play it a little creepy but very goofy and silly. I also think Fester would play a good genie in Aladdin, because obviously they have that big jolliness to them and larger than life pretty much. And this last one I think is so perfect. I think that SpongeBob would play a perfect Olaf from Frozen, because SpongeBob is obviously so goofy, and he's kind of like a cartoon himself, so I think playing Olaf would be so fun for him, and he would just totally, I think he would just love that. So let me know in the comments what you think the perfect Broadway character playing another Broadway character would be. And definitely like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for watching, and come back next week for another episode of Stage Talk Saturday.